File transfer commands include FTP, SFTP, SCP, and ASCP. The FTP command is the interface of the Internet Standard File Transfer Protocol. FTP does not encrypt the transferred content so that it can be intercepted in the transmission path. SFTP is an encrypted version of FTP. SCP also encrypts using the same method as SFTP. The main difference between SCP and SFTP is that SFTP allows you to interrupt and resume file transfers. SCP is a command line FASP transfer program. Aspera FASP is a software that moves large volumes of data at maximum speed regardless of file size, transfer distance, and network conditions. In this section, I explain how to use the SCP command. The SCP command has 4 different forms depending on whether the target is a file or directory, and whether the direction of copying is local to remote or remote to local. To transfer a file from to the NIG supercomputer with the SCP command, it is necessary to use the private key file previously created with the SSH keygen command. First, I will explain the case of Mac or Linux. This is the command to copy files from your PC to your home directory on the NIG supercomputer. Here, I will send the data-to-text file to my NIG supercomputer's home directory. The first time you connect to the server, you will be asked if you want, so type yes. Next, you will be asked for the passphrase of the private key. Type the passphrase and enter to execute the file transfer. This is a command to copy the directory from your PC to your home directory on the NIG supercomputer. If you want to copy the directory, you need to add -r as you would with the cp command. Log into the NIG supercomputer and check that the file and the directory are copied. Next, transfer the file from the NIG supercomputer to your PC. First, delete the data-to-text and the new directory. I copied data-to-text and the new directory from the NIG supercomputer. Execute the ls command to confirm that the file have been copied. Try to do the same operations with PowerShell on Windows. The use of the scp command is the same as the Mac and Linux command. However, when you specify a private key with -i option, you specify the file using the Windows file path format. Here, I copied data-to-text and new directory from the NIG supercomputer. Next, I will explain the use of ASCP command. First, you need to install the ASCP command on your PC. Open the IBM's Aspera Connect download page. You cannot use Aspera Connect software for the NIG supercomputer, but you can transfer files by using ACP command. That is part of Aspera Connect. First, you have to install Aspera Connect add-on in your web browser. After installation of the add-on, you can download the Aspera Connect installer file. In the case of Windows and Mac, you can install Aspera Connect by double-clicking the installer file. In the case of Linux, you have to extract the download file and execute the installer shell script from terminal software. In the case of WSL2, you can download the Linux installer from this link. In this case, you do not need to install add-on to the Windows web browser. From Linux on WSL2, the file downloaded in Windows is in Windows download folder. So copy the downloaded file to your home directory of WSL2. After that, extract and execute the install script. In the case of Linux, ACP command is installed here. In the case of Mac, ACP command is installed here. In the case of Windows, ACP command is installed here. After the installation is complete, typing ACP does not allow the shell to find and execute the ACP command. It needed to be configured path environment variable so that the shell can find the commands in the installed directory. Path environment variable specifies the directories to be searched to find the command. In the case of Ubuntu, add this line to the .bash rc file in your home directory. Use the echo command and redirect to the .bash rc file. Suppose there is only one greater than symbol. The entire .bash rc file will be overwritten. So use two greater than symbols. Reflect the setting contents with the source command. If set correctly, you can use the which command to find out the ACP command location. In the case of Mac, .zprofile file is your home directory is used instead of .bash rc file of Ubuntu, and reflect the setting contents of .zprofile file with source command. In the case of Windows, set the path environment variable from settings. Search for and open System Properties Advanced and Click Environment Variables to open the Environment Variables window. Select the path variable from the user variables and click Edit to open the Edit Environment Variable window. Click the New button. Enter the search path of ACP command and click the OK button. In this section, I explain how to use the SCP command. The significant differences between the SCP command and the SCP command are that there is no difference in the transfer method between files and directories in the case of the SCP command. Moreover, the directory's origin on the remote side is your home directory in the case of the SCP command. Therefore, part whether the transfer destination was :/home/account name in the SCP command is only : in the SCP command. Now, use the SCP command to transfer data to text from your PC to the NIG supercomputer, just as you did with SCP. Next, I explain the case of Windows PowerShell. In this example, the CLI directory created by unzipping the zip file is placed on the desktop. Since the path environment variables is not set in Windows, scp.exe is specified as a full path. The private key is specified in the Windows path format. Other than that, it is the same as for Mac and Linux. Well-known file transfer software using GUI includes WinSCP and FileZilla. WinSCP is for Windows only, and FileZilla can be used in any environment such as Windows, Mac, and Linux. Here, I will explain the setting of FileZilla for transferring files to the NIG supercomputer. First, please install FileZilla on your PC. To install FileZilla, just download and execute the installer. So I don't think there is any problem. Launch FileZilla application and select Site Manager from the File menu. Click New Site to register the NIG supercomputer. Enter the site name as NIG supercomputer, protocol as SFTP, host as gw.ddbj.nig.ac.jp, port as 22, logon type as key file, user as your NIG supercomputer account. Click Browse in the key file and select the private key created with the SSH keygen command. Windows PC users who have WSL2 installed should select the private key created in the Windows environment. Change the file type to All Files and look for SCIDRC. Select SCIDRC and click Open. A dialog to convert SCIDRSA to a format supported by FileZilla will be displayed. Click Yes. Enter the passphrase set as the private key and click OK. Enter the converted file name scidrsa.ppk in the file name and click Save. Now that the settings are completed, Click Connect from the Site Manager window. Enter the passphrase set as the private key and click OK. Your home directory of the NIG supercomputer is displayed on the right side. If you have installed WSL2 on your Windows PC, enter \\WSL $-Ubuntu-20.04 /home/account name in the local site. Since you can access Linux on WSL2 from a Windows environment, you can use FileZilla running on Windows 10 to transfer Linux files on WSL2 to the NIG supercomputer.